two of our favorite experiences we had while living in Chile: horseback riding and the Marble Caves. Both incredible experiences, but one definitely takes the cake as an experience you have to have when you visit Chile.
Situated in southern Chile, Puerto Rio Tranquilo sits on the second largest lake in South America and is an icon in the Aysen region, famous for its marble caves. Home to countless excursions, our 24 hours in town were non-stop joy. Welcome to a story about unexpected adventure in Puerto Rio Tranquilo.
It's very early. We're ready for the adventure to begin.
Ready to go to the bus station.
That's right, folks. Me and Sheriff are ready for this adventure. I convinced him that a mustache was a good idea.
She said, change the scenery, change the look, change the identity.
Well, he said he had to change his beard, or shave his beard, and I was like, well, let's try out a mustache for a day or two. But the funny thing is I didn't think about the fact that now we're going on a week-long adventure, and the shaving kit is packed away in a suitcase, so we're like this until we get to Argentina. Hi, buddy. We're gonna miss you. You've been so good to us.
This adventure came to be as we were departing our life in Coyhaique and took a precarious route to get to our next home in Bariloche, Argentina. The route was complicated. Bus to Puerto Rio Tranquilo, then get a bus to Chile Chico, then to Los Antiguos, and finally a bus to Bariloche. It was a complicated route to begin with, and as booking each of these buses ahead of time proved a little bit difficult online, we decided to turn the entire transit into a series of adventures. Today's adventure is about the first leg, Puerto Rio Tranquilo. This story begins with what we thought was a 4-hour bus ride south from Coyhaique, where we'd been living, to Puerto Rio Tranquilo.
If you get car sick easily, would not recommend.
Nice bus, bumpy ride.
I am currently breaking rule number 1 of traveling. Don't open up the suitcase portion of your stuff until you get to the final destination. But it's a lot colder here than I thought it was going to be, and I want a puffy jacket. So we've also checked into the hotel room, as you can see. Check-in process was rather awkward, but we're here. We made it. And we've confirmed that there is a bus for tomorrow. I also still cannot believe that we saw the bus driver that abandoned us when we were in Cerro Castillo 2 weeks ago. You'll never believe who just walked in here. The bus driver, the one that abandoned us when we were in Cerro Castillo.
I don't think he remembered us, but we remembered him.
Yes, I do. Never forget. What are the odds? He did not recognize us, but I will never forget that man. If you do not know what bus driver we're talking about, then go check out our Valentine's Day weekend. Okay, now back to the video and onto the boats. Adventure number 1 in town is a speedboat to the famous Marble Caves. At first the guy handed it just to Colin and I, and then there was like a 5-minute delay before he gave it to the other people, and so we're like, do we just look like we're gonna get wet?
He's putting us at the front.
But now everybody else has one too. Well, we're dressed for the occasion. Now it's time to go see some marble caves.
And sculptures? They're unique in the entire world. It's the only place that has this, according to the tour guide.
And they don't know what created it either. It's like up for major debate in the scientific world. So we're gonna go see if we can find out.
We're gonna have an opinion by the end of it. There are 2 main ways to see the Marble Caves, by boat and by kayak. We went for boat today and planned for kayaking in the morning. It's clear when you arrive to town that boats to the Marble Caves are the thing to do. There are signs everywhere, and every hostel helps you book the excursion. From the shore, the lake is beautiful, but from the boat, just look how blue this water is. And yes, it's as cold as it looks. Our tour guide reminded us of a pirate, perhaps a pirate that also had a calling for the mountains. Regardless, he was extremely entertaining and was able to translate almost everything into English just for us. The Marble Caves were stunning, and to our surprise, the boat was able to float right on into some of them. To our even greater surprise, we were allowed, in fact, we were encouraged to touch the marble walls. They were cold and somehow both smooth and bumpy at the same time. You could see the pink, the green, and the blue swirls in the stone. They were even reflected in the water, and the water was so clear that you could see the marble beneath you. It was a true piece of art by nature. The boat tour included more than just the caves, and seeing this lake and the mountains from so many different angles was a great experience. The caves are absolutely marvelous. The main attraction was the Marble Cathedral. Towering above the lake, this behemoth of stone takes your breath away. It was clearly the pinnacle of most tours, as it was the only time on the lake we were around any other boats. And it makes sense why. We've never seen anything like this before. Giant marble statues carved by many millennia of wind and waves. Absolutely beautiful. The return journey was pure joy. Riding into the waves and the wind, it was bumpy.
Wow. That was incredible.
That was a ton of fun.
I think I liked the boat part even better than everything, just taking the whole lake in.
I'm so glad you say that. I felt the same way. Now, the Marble Caves and everything were very cool. But being on a boat, zipping through the lake, was even
the best
cooler.
part.
That was the
Yeah.
coolest part. The
I
whole
agree.
experience, better than I thought it would be.
And how cool that we were on the second largest lake on the continent and we had the whole thing to ourselves.
It was amazing.
Did you think about that? Like we were
did.
alone out there. And I'm like, this is the second biggest lake in the entire continent.
It was great.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous going into it. I didn't want to voice anything, thinking, oh, this might just be a kitschy tourist thing, which it is. But gosh, is it fun?
So good.
So very glad we did that. Highly recommend the boat ride.
All right, we are all cleaned up and ready to go to dinner. We just had our first hot shower in 4 days.
4 days?
4 days, it felt so good. But now we're all clean and we're gonna go get dinner and we're getting sushi, which at first I thought was kind of funny because it doesn't seem like a Chile thing. But then we read all the reviews for all the restaurants in town and for the place that we're going. And apparently the place that we're going is the best food people have had in Patagonia. So sushi it is.
Pretty optimistic. Now, in addition to that, Chile has one of the longest coastlines in the world. So it makes sense that they would have sushi here. So hopefully it's fresh fish.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
And hopefully it's tasty.
What?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a warm lady. Head to toe, hands, gloves, couple layers of pants. But she is committed to the bedrocks.
You know what's really funny about this whole getup? I've been complaining about how cold I am, but not once has it occurred to me, maybe it's because my toes are out. Nope, that's not the problem. It's that I need more gloves and layers on top. And I don't feel like it's my toes. Brand loyalty is so real.
The place that we had dutifully picked out after looking at every place in town,
Closed.
closed. Not open. Very big bummer. I don't know what to do now.
On to the next one. Oh hey, look, it's a picture of that fruit that you can eat.
Oh my gosh, those little tiny cucumber fruit.
Yeah, they're so good.
Delicious.
Yeah, maybe we can have that for dinner.
Oh yeah. So sushi didn't work out, but we ended up here. So far, we've been nothing but blown away by the service. The waitresses have been extremely kind, funny. We walked in, asked for a menu, and eventually everybody was laughing at a different table that had to give us the menu, and then they showed us every table in the entire restaurant that was free and asked which one we wanted. And we got, in my humble opinion, the best one in the entire restaurant.
And I think our Spanish has gotten to a point where like sometimes we have really strong interactions and other times we like kind of fumble through it. But today's dining experience was one of those. We had a really strong interaction. We were able to say that I was vegetarian. I asked what the soup of the day was. She was able to describe it to me. I understood what that meant. So it just felt like a really big success. We're still not confident enough in our Spanish to even record ourselves ordering food, but I felt like it was a big one for us.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, sweetie.
We got a chicken burger, some ceviche to share, and an amazing soup with some more bread. Done it.
That was a cozy and a happy meal. Nothing but good things to say about the quality of the food, the quality of the people. If you're in Rio Tranquilo and you need a good dinner, lunch, breakfast, I don't know what meals they serve, but you need good food, this is the place to come.
Quick pause from today's video. We want to take a moment to thank our sponsor.
Hi Graham, thanks for believing in our dreams, supporting us as we travel the world, and getting excited along with us as we go on adventures like these. Everything we did in today's video is because of you. Thank you.
We love you, Graham. Back to today's video.
We did have a slight change of plans because of something that happened last night.
So, because the sushi restaurant was closed, we ended up going to another restaurant, which was fantastic.
Amazing,
We
right?
just had a ton of food, and so we went for a long digestive walk after we ate.
So come 10 o'clock, we're walking around. It's dark out, but we're finally starting to, feel our bellies settle a little bit, and we walk past this sign that says horseback riding in this area.
And I'm reading the sign because that's one of my favorite things to go do. And this guy comes over drinking his beer sitting at the pub next to him, and he's like, "Hey guys." And we're like, "Hey, how's your day going?" He's like, "Great." He's like, "This is actually my business. It's on my parents' farm," and gave us all the background information on it.
And so, because we ended up having a big meal, and this guy ended up out for a beer, we're going horseback riding today.
So first we're gonna go get some coffee, and then we're gonna go meet our new friend Gus and go up to his family's property to go ride horses for a few hours.
Open.
Yes.
I love this place. Part of this unexpected adventure was that Gus is going to store our luggage for us. So we were dragging it around town, seeking out coffee before we began. As beautiful as the caves were, we did not feel compelled to go back 2 days in a row, and we wanted a different experience. So there was a handshake deal to meet at 8 a.m. to drive to his family's farm for 4 hours of riding in the hills. All right, we made it.
We made it. So, we've officially arrived at horseback riding. Our friend Gus is going to drive us up the mountain, over the hill to his family's property. He said that it's like a very beautiful area and a lot of the plants are completely untouched. It's pretty good.
Buenos dias. Gus drove us to his farm, called the Journey of Life, which is a perfect description for how this went. Here, we met our guide for the 4-hour tour. Ivan was almost graduated from university as an environmental tourism major. He was the perfect guide for us.
This is manjar.
Manjar?
Manjar. Yeah. Or in Argentina, it's dulce de leche. Yeah.
Okay. Hence the color of his coat.
Okay, guys.
Not only were we his last tour of the season, but we were also his first English tour ever, and he did a phenomenal job. No time was wasted. We showed up, saddled up, and we were off. Oh, and our horse ride tour came with a dog.
We're so good. We got told our horses' names, got on them, and he said, "Let's go." So pretty easy process, and I have a feeling this is gonna be our favorite activity. This is really nice.
It was a pretty intense horseback riding ride, especially because there were no waivers. We were going up and down steep mountains and switchbacks, up through the dirt and into the sunrise. The whole trek took place on Gus's family's land, which contained 2 old-growth forests, Arayan and Lengua. The entire ride that took place outside the forest provided stunning, wide views of mountains, storm clouds, sunshine, and the blue lake. The views of the lake and the mountains could not be beat anywhere else. The boat and the Marble Caves were cool, but the horseback riding is what made the experience. We cannot imagine a more intimate and beautiful way to experience Patagonia.
Woohoo! We love Chile!
Yeah!
Woo!
Ivan, best tour guide ever.
Yeah!
Everybody needs to come visit Yvonne.
This forest is beautiful. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is my favorite thing we've done in Chile so far.
We're having so much fun.
Yeah, you've got to come do this if you come here.
The forest is beautiful, the lake is beautiful, the horses are great, the fungus.
Yeah. The fungus
is beautiful.
Yes. 10 out of 10 recommend.
This is oreja de palo.
Oreja de palo.
Oreja de palo, yeah. They're so beautiful.
Yes.
And this is the koi whale. It's so big. Yeah, it's really big boy.
I feel like I am living a dream right now. Horseback riding in Patagonia. I don't know if it gets better than this.
We've never done a horse tour with so much interactivity of getting on and getting off and walking around and looking at fungus. This is great.
We have left our horses tied up and we're going to the best part.
Welcome to the forest.
This is a very good welcome.
Yeah.
This is without a doubt the prettiest view we've seen the entire time we've been in Chile.
Yeah.
And we've seen some amazing places in Chile so far.
Yeah.
You having fun?
Yeah, really fun. It's really like it.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
What's the name of it?
Charwa.
Charo.
Charwa, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's really so good. This
Look
is
at
the
it.
other berry.
You get a snack in the
Is the
middle
red?
of the horse ride.
In here is the other.
Over here?
Yeah. This is the different flavor.
Oh, very juicy.
Yeah, it's really juicy. Not more sweet, but yeah,
I like how
it.
the dog eats them too.
Yeah, she love it. I preference this charwa.
I do
Me
too.
too.
Yeah,
But this is fun.
yeah, it's really fun. I like it.
It's tart.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
Ácida.
Yes, acida.
Sí.
Tart.
Ay, sí, también, sí le gusta.
You want more berry?
Oh my goodness.
You want another one, Blue? I'll give you more.
Yeah, she's a baby.
Just a little baby. Oh, there's so many burrs on her belly. You've been busy.
She like it.
We also learned everywhere that we've ridden so far today is on private land, which means unless you do the tour with the spot or with this company, you don't get to see this. It's pretty neat. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, did you just open that for me?
I think so.
I've never seen look at this. What is going on?
Yeah, it's really funny.
What's going on? You want me to throw it for you? Nope.
She enjoy it.
She's like, my work is done. I got them to the top of the mountain, and now I can play.
Amazing.
Doing this today made me realize how much I want to have a summer job working and taking people on trail and horses. So it's inspired me to want to do something like this.
It's probably one of the coolest experiences we've done. Not just in Chile, but just in general. This horseback riding trip is amazing.
Our guide's been so great.
Oh, Yvonne has been top notch.
I've never gone on a horseback riding trip where you get off the horse so much and you go walk around, explore, try some berries, get back on, ride to another viewpoint.
Look at some fungus.
It's so relaxed. I just feel like I'm out riding with a friend and not at all on a tour.
No, it's amazing. And we're just so present. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the horse, the cold air.
I do.
The
I feel so
trees.
present here.
but every single second has been something that we've been able to take in and we've been actively engaged for. This is the best.
Yeah, this is so great.
I'm so happy.
And it's so funny because we just happened to walk by last night and they were out and the timing worked out perfectly.
And it felt right.
Yeah, when we were talking to Gus, he said he got there 2 minutes before we arrived to meet up with his sister, and then we walked over and we're reading the sign. He's like, oh, I'll go see if they want to ride. Like, just happened to be there as he was there. It worked out perfectly. Now the sun, because it is kind of cold. That feels so good.
This is great.
There's something really nice about warming up to your horse when it's chilly and just coming up and feeling the heat from your horse. It just, I don't know, you feel a little bit more connected to it. You feel connected to me? Probably not. But I feel connected to the horse. Oh.
That's for you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, these look great.
A little snack for the ride home. So far, all I've had to eat today is a cappuccino and wild berries, and if I could have that combination for breakfast every day, I'd be set. It's so good. It goes without saying that the horseback riding experience was our all-time favorite thing we did while living in Chile. It was the perfect way to connect nature, people, and see some incredible views from a perspective you don't normally get to see. If you plan on visiting Chile or passing through Rio Tranquilo, we recommend Journey of Life. We've linked all their information below so you can share this amazing experience that we had. This concludes part 1 of our adventures to Bariloche. We look forward to sharing our story next week as we make our way through Chile Chico, aka the Windy City of South America. Look at how beautiful this view is. I kind of feel like one of those weather people in the middle of a hurricane that's like, it's not that bad, look at the bridge, it's still holding up. We're gonna do it! But first, we have a 5-hour bumpy bus ride to Chile Chico. Bumpier than the bus ride to Rio Tranquilo or the boat ride to the caves. It just keeps getting bumpier.